Okay, a little bit of rhythmic training here, getting our hands and feet to cooperate a little bit more. And what we want to do is think about certain things as we approach this. So you can read this, obviously you can see H and B, H, H, S, and then hat, bass together, then another H with B, and then snare and hat, and then open up. But what we want to do, that's a lot of information going on, right? Really hard to do. So at first we want to just take the first step of going hat, bass, and then the two together. Right. And then what you can also do is try to add, a couple more after that. So you go hat, bass, together, together, with the snare. So starting in that same spot right there, hat, bass, together, together, snare. Hat, bass, together, together. One more. Okay, so that's one thing to do, is just really focus on this little area here. Maybe do that like 10 times, and then maybe add the extra 2 blocks there, another 10 times. And then hopefully your brain starts to go, hey, all right, we want this information to be readily available because we've done it a bunch of times. And then you get this. Feel free to rewind that and even slow it down on YouTube if that's, that's the link that I'm sending. So you can use that in the settings button. It'll give you a playback speed option. Then the other thing you can do is go to a faster beat that's kind of similar. The idea is the same, right? It's doing, here it's hat, bass, and then another bass with the hat. And in this case, it's going to be snare, bass, and then hat with the bass. So now you're going to get this. All right, then the other thing you could do is to take the hat out of where it hits with a bass drum, and you can work on speed. And that's oftentimes what I'll do if I want to play a really fast beat. Then I'll do something like this. Right? But even a little slower. So that's when you can definitely work on speed. And I liked your challenge of when you did, either that one or when you're adding the H back in here at the very end, if you can do that as kind of a challenge, and you mentioned like being able to do that, 10 times in a row. And so I think that's just a good workout regimen for you. And hopefully that'll tighten up the hands and the feet a bit.